Hey guys, welcome to Wednesday's Weekly Wrap Up, where we wrap up the week's news. Unfortunately, my camera battery is dead right now, so I'm using my phone, so hopefully this doesn't look terrible. I can't even see where I'm framed, so hopefully it looks fine. Either way, let's get fucking started. We have the NFC North, and talking about the NFC North, Green Bay Packers, which I'm a Green Bay fan, and they did all right. They did all right. I have notes here. What I put? Yeah, I'm afraid Jordan Love is the next Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins is good and statistically great, but he just doesn't have that umph. And so Jordan Love disappointed me because I was like, this will be the prime time for him to show his umph because we had a minute for him to go down. Now, again, that's a lot to ask someone to go down in the last minute and score a touchdown to win the game, but like that was his time to shine. Now, again, he's a young guy. Hopefully, next time he has that opportunity, he'll be able to go down and accomplish it and do what he needs to do. Because, like, I just have high hopes that he can do it. Talking about that, right? We'll go ahead and show this clip of him doing this fake fucking QB sneak type dealio, and it was just awful. Like no one else thought it was gonna happen. So like his center didn't give him the ball. Like he just went forward, and it was so embarrassing. Like they needed that first down to win the game, and they just fucked it fully up. So that was crazy. Cool things is that he is tied right now for the most touchdowns in the league. He's tied right now with 6, and he's leading the whole league in passer rating, which is awesome. So, like, good things. I just want to see better things because the second person in with their QBR or passer rating is Kirk Cousins. That person he's tied with for most touchdowns, Kirk Cousins. So Kirk Cousins has 0 wins. We have 1 win. Let's just keep it going. Anyways, talking about the Bears going into the other NFC North teams. The Bears, fucking awful trash. Fucking garbage team. Justin Fields looks awful right now. Just dog shit. Vikings. If you took the statistical, I guess, if you take the stats of the game for the Viking game, you would think they would win or would have won. But they lost, and it's because they had 4 fucking fumbles, fumbling all over the place. After a large fucking catch, the man fumbled the ball through the end zone and made it into a turnover for the other team. Like, you got to clean that up. The Vikings have just been playing poorly. Now, again, they've had some decent competition in their game, so we'll see how they truly get out there when they start heating up. But statistically, they look good. But actually watching the game, they look awful. And then the Lions, the Lions got kind of fucked over in overtime, but, like, they're in overtime. So it went that way, it went this way. Whoever was going to win was going to be disappointed if you lost. So don't really feel bad. What I do feel great about is that the whole North lost. So the Packers are still on top, even though we lost and we let Atlanta of all teams come back, which is ridiculous. Going into the picks for the NFC North, I have the Packers going 2-1 after this week ends. They're playing the Saints. I think that's a winnable game. It's going to be at home, so I think they got this. Vikings versus the Chargers, so the Chargers are going to win that. Lions versus Atlanta, so I hope that the Lions are going to win this. Who knows? Atlanta might go 3-0. That'd be wild shit. And then finishing out with the Bears, they're going to fucking lose. Like, who do they go against? Yeah, KC. They're fucking going to lose. Sorry, I wrote all this up and then did some stuff, so my script is not on top of my mind right now. But yeah, the Bears are going to lose. And then going to the AFC North real quick. Ravens, they won. I expected them to win. Last week I put them to win, and they won. They beat Cincinnati. Now, I think that might say more about Cincinnati than it does the Ravens, but either way, they pulled out the victory, which is awesome. The Bengals couldn't get their chemistry going. That's pretty much it. Like, Joe Burrow said he got a little hurt. We'll see what fucking happens, but, do a little better. Going on to the Browns and the Steelers. The Steelers somehow just made a really good defensive game. Kenny Pickett needs to get fired, replaced. He is not the future of the Steelers. They need to find somebody else. But their defense won them that game. As for the Browns, they looked phenomenal at points, and then they just kind of looked so shitty. Feel awful for Nick Chubb because that injury was gruesome, and just wish him the best. Kareem Hunt just got signed, so he'll go ahead and replace him there, coming back to the Browns. We got the Ravens versus the Colts. So the Ravens are going to pull out that dub right there, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, especially if Anthony Richardson doesn't somehow start because of his concussion. Going into the Cincinnati versus the Rams, I think the Rams are going to win this. They did just trade away Akers, but I still think the Rams got this. I think that they're going to be able to handle it. And yeah, the Rams are going to make Cincinnati go 0-3. Now, last year they went 0-2 and then won their third game. So let's hope they don't do that. And my picks are wrong, but they're probably not. They're going to lose, and the Rams are going to win. Going on to the Browns versus Titans, I have the Browns losing again. I think the Titans really cleaned up their act this week, and yeah, it's going to look pretty good. And then the Steelers versus Vegas, I have the Steelers actually pulling out that win. I don't think Vegas is that great. I don't think the Steelers are that great. But for some reason or another, I think that the defense of the Steelers are just going to punish the Raiders and Jimmy G. But who knows what will happen. Going on to the NFC East, we have the Cowboys. They stomped the Jets, looking really good there. Said, fuck you, New York City, and just kept on moving. So I'm excited what they're going to do. They go ahead and play, the Cardinals this week. So that's going to be a fucking crazy just domination there. But they had a really easy schedule coming into this season. So we'll see how the Cowboys truly go. But Dak finally got a touchdown. Got 2 touchdowns, so that's good that he's actually getting stuff, because last game he didn't need to do it. Defense held it up, but glad Dak's doing well. The Eagles, they barely beat the Vikings. As I said, those fumbles really helped out the Eagles there, and I just don't have the highest hopes on them. Hopefully they get some chemistry built, but they're 2-0, and that's not a bad place to be when your chemistry is not there right there. So that's pretty sweet. New York Giants, that comeback was ridiculous. If you watched it live, it was a fun game watching them come back and crawl their way out of that fucking loss. And through 6 quarters, they scored 0 points this season and then just came back and beat. I didn't think they had it in them, but they did. Danny Dimes throwing dimes, it's crazy. I really don't think that they're going to be great going forward, but still, it was a good game. Going on to the Commanders, I have 0 faith in the Commanders. I don't know how the fuck they just won 2 games. Scary Terry's getting wasted up there. He looked phenomenal. He's one of the reasons they won. And I think they're just not going to win many games this year, but they're winning it right now. And against Denver, which I thought Denver had it in the bag in the first half, and they just crumbled. As for this week, I have every single team except for Dallas losing this week. So Dallas is going to get against the Cardinals, Washington, whether you're going against the Bills, the New York Giants play tomorrow, going against the 49ers, going to lose. Now, Philly versus Tampa Bay, I really could see the Eagles winning that too, but I have Tampa Bay winning that. I just feel like Tampa Bay is coming into it with a lot of passion, a lot of soul behind them, and they're going to just go ahead and just be like, hey, what up? What's up, Eagles? We're going to fuck you up. My name is Baker Mayfield. Moving on to the AFC East, Zach Wilson and the Jets look like shit. Now, again, if Aaron Rodgers was there, I would be saying something completely different, but Zach Wilson is dog shit and is worse than Justin Fields. He's dog shit. Just complete, utter dog shit. New England Patriots, the good times are over. As I said last week, welcome to hell. They lost as I projected that they would do. And what's sweet about that is that their tyranny is over. But honestly, Mac Jones threw 31 completions, threw 44 times, 31 completions, and only had 231 yards. You can't be doing that, dude. That is dinking and dunking at its finest, just trying to get 4, 7, 10 yards here and there. It was awful. That game was not the best. Their defense did hold up Miami's powerful offense, but Miami won that game as projected, as they should if they're the team we think they are. Yeah, Miami's good. Miami's beautiful. I love Miami. They are probably going to get second in this division since Aaron Rodgers went down, and I'm fine with that. The Bills, Josh Allen showed all the haters to fuck off. He had a bad week 1, came back and had a really good week 2, and I just can't say any more than Josh Allen's Josh Allen. The Bills are the Bills, and I love the Bills. I love Josh Allen, and they're gonna win the East no matter what. Getting into their games this week, Miami versus Denver, so Miami's gonna win that one. New England versus the Jets. I'm putting New England's going to win their first game this year. The Jets are going to go ahead and go 1-2. New England moving up to that 1-2 spot by getting that victory, and the Bills are going to win, going 2-1. I forget who they play. Oh yeah, fucking Redskins. Oh shit. All right, going to the NFC South. What do we got? We got fucking Panthers. Oh my god, that they look awful. I had them winning the division before the season started, and I take that back. I take it back. I'm sorry. Bryce Young looking like the worst rookie quarterback, looking trash. Their coaching staff down there is name-wise phenomenal, but they are just not getting that ship running. It is rough. Honestly, I wish they would just bench Bryce Young and just keep on moving forward with somebody else, just so we can get Bryce Young not to be just so trashy. But he is getting put through the ringer, and that is rough. I don't think the Saints are really hitting on all cylinders. They keep winning, but I just don't think they're going to win this week against the Packers. I just don't think they're that team. But who knows? Derek Carr could really start heating up. Who really knows? I saw a good couple plays that were beautiful from him that just were unexpected. Like someone was talking shit while we were watching, and then he just runs out and just throws this fucking dime. And I was like, Derek Carr has fantastic moments. He surely does. The Bucks are real. They're a full team. They got a rush touchdown, a passing touchdown, and like a defensive touchdown. And they're winning games somehow. Again, they were just a Super Bowl team a few years ago. So they still have some of those pieces, still are hungry for another one. Baker Mayfield may be just leading them. His chemistry with Mike Evans seems to be growing, which is awesome because Mike Evans, other than having Tom Brady there, he's just been wasted. Talent wasted. Good job, Tampa Bay. And they got the beautiful creamsicle, so I hope Tampa Bay does well. I watched all of that Green Bay-Atlanta game, right? Like fully throughout the whole entire thing. And Desmond Ridder looks like a bridge quarterback. Like he does not look like he's anything special, and I really think that they're going to move on from him. But Bijan Robinson, that man looks awesome. Like he was killing it, and I think he's something special. At least like he's gonna be their back for a long time. So like good job on them getting him, and just he looked pretty great. As for their records, I have Panthers going against Seahawks next week. Panthers going to go 0-3. Saints are going against Green Bay, as I said, so they're going to go 2-1. Bucks versus Eagles, they're going to lose that, or they're going to win that one and go 3-0, which is going to be crazy. And then Atlanta versus Lions, I think the Lions are going to win. I think we've already gone through all those, but yeah, going over to the AFC South, Jacksonville's just not the team I thought they were. Who knows what they can do with the rest of the season, but just that was not a good game for them. Colts need a fucking running back. Should have paid Jonathan Taylor. I don't even know where the fuck he is. I guess he can't play for the first 4 weeks of the season anyway, so like whatever. But like, golly dang, they need a fucking running back. Again, Anthony Richardson got hurt for his second week in a row, and with a concussion on a running play, which was a touchdown, but if they had a good fucking running back, he wouldn't have had to run it. Texans, bad loss. CJ Stroud looks like he could be a dude, though. And if that's the case, you're going to lose a lot of games this year, but you're going to be able to pick up some linemen, help him out, get a really good receiver in the building, and he could, like, he looked decent. He didn't look that bad. So hopefully we see him not be just thrown into the trash. And the Titans just look more composed. Tannehill looked like he wasn't making as many mistakes, getting back into his Tannehill form, and I just hope the best for them. I really do. I like them, but they really disappointed me. But they definitely earned some more respect, as did Atlanta, but the Titans more. Sorry, fuck you, Atlanta. As for their records, right, I got Jacksonville going against Houston, and I think they're going to win that game. Again, Houston's going to go ahead and lose that game, so there's that. Colts going against the Ravens, tough game. Ravens are going to pick that up. And then the Titans are going against the Browns. I think their clean ship is going to go ahead and beat the Browns. That's all I got to say about that. Finally, going over to the NFC West. Again, 49ers just doing good stuff, looking pretty little with Purdy, just beating up on the Rams. Again, divisional, Rams looking good team, and they still won. I believe Purdy's going to do great things still, and they're definitely going to beat the Giants this Thursday. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The Rams, they didn't look bad in that loss. They still didn't look bad. I have high hopes for them. It's not going to be that crazy. Seahawks barely beat the Lions. I really don't know how I feel about him, but Geno Smith definitely picked up his game, so that's fucking awesome. And then going over to the Cardinals, bro, you guys are playing with some heart and spirit. You just are dog shit. Dobbs doesn't look awful. He's made some plays. He definitely could be like a Teddy Bridgewater type of person, I feel, in like the new Teddy Bridgewater to the new Patrick Fitzmagic. Patrick Fitzmagic? What the fuck is his name? Ryan Fitzpatrick. Golly dang, what do they do to me? As for their game, 49ers are going to go ahead and beat the Giants. Rams playing against Cincy. I have the Rams pulling that out and winning against Cincy. Seahawks or Panthers. I don't think the Panthers are winning that, so the Seahawks are probably going to get that dub. And finally, we have the Cards versus the Cowboys. I just feel bad for the Cards. Just what you doing? You're just gonna get slayed by them Cowboys. And then going over to the AFC West, KC, they're back in form. They're not looking great, but they're still KC, and they're gonna go ahead and do KC things. Broncos, you lost to the Commanders. You lost to the Commanders, and you fucked it up. Russell Wilson, you had that really cool bomb in the end. I was hyped. We were watching that thing, and we were like, yes! That thing bounced off that guy's hands, and into the other guy's hands, and they got the touchdown, and it was awesome. And then they fucking don't get the 2-point conversion to go into overtime, and I was very disappointed by the ending there. But either way, Russ is looking way better than he did at any point last year. So there's a lot of promise. They're going to go 0-3 because they're going against Miami, and I have Miami winning that game, but after that, who knows what they'll do. I have high hopes now that Russ will pull it forward, especially if they don't get rid of him next year. I really think next year is going to be their year. This year is just building chemistry within the offense. Again, Russ has had 3 different coordinators over the last 3 years, and his head coach, being that like main dude, got fucking fired part of the way last year. Now, it was towards the end, but it's still, you're talking about 4 different like guys in your fucking ear, and just like he's going to do better. Vegas lost my respect. Sucks to suck. And then the Chargers, tough loss. 2 tough losses in a row. I think they're going to go ahead and clean it up this week. I don't even remember who they go against. Who are they going against? They're going against the Vikings. So, yeah, they're going to go ahead and win that game. Broncos, as I said, got to lose to Miami. KC's going against Chicago. Easy peasy victory right there. And then Vegas versus Pittsburgh. I got the Pittsburgh winning that game. That is the week, guys. Again, it's really weird talking into my phone. Can't even see myself, so hopefully this fucking video is not dog shit like the Bears. Anyways, my picks last week did decent. They didn't do super phenomenal. If you followed them, they went 10-6. 10 wins, 6 of those picks were losses. The week before that, I had 11-5. So hopefully this week I do a little bit better, but at least keeping that double digit is my goal right now. So hopefully that keeps it going. I'm also a little sad that 2 of the 18 weeks are over. Again, we got a little bit more than just 18 weeks with the postseason, but football is coming and going too damn quick. But I'm loving it and I'm enjoying it. I hope you are too. If you hear this, like if you're still a year, you might want to subscribe. We don't just do football stuff. We do a lot of other videos, so go check out those videos too. And as always, if you want the best football picks, talk to somebody else. Love you. Peace.